Roseman, Sports Talk New York.
Morning, Coach. Two questions. The first question, a little bit in that vein. When you see the effort that Ross Johnson puts in when he's in the lineup, the one that led to that goal last night was, partially almost all on him, the effort. How difficult is it to make him a healthy scratch when you have the options of a full lineup? And the second question is, early in the season, you mentioned to us with veteran players, it takes, between 20 and 25 games to get acclimated. Given everything that's gone on this season, do you think there's a little bit of a longer curve with guys like Z and Zach?
Z and Zach. Well, with Z and Zach, both of them have played really quite well. I know there's some criticism early on Z, but he's played really solid. I mean, he's been probably even or plus in a good portion of the games, and those are games that we haven't won. He's been playing 18 19 minutes a night, sometimes more. He's been playing back to back, so I think he's acclimated and he's doing what he can do. And good example, he's our most physical defenseman by far. You saw that in terms of standing up for people. He's emotionally engaged. Zach, I have no effort or no reservations in terms of Zach's effort. He's been really good. I mean, that line with him, Clutterbuck, and Johnson were really good last night, and the game before as well. So I think they've acclimated. They maybe haven't had the production that you maybe expect from them, but I think they're acclimated now. They're good veteran pros. And what was your first question? Sorry, you threw two at me. I forgot the first one.
Yeah, the one is, when you see the effort that Ross Johnson brings night in and night out, when you have a full complement of players, how difficult it is to make him a healthy scratch?
It's difficult, but he's making it a lot easier for me to keep him in for sure. And I expect him to like last night, I thought he was one of our more noticeable players. As you said, he was a big part of that goal. He's skating well. He gets up and down the ice very well. He's physical. He's doing his role really well, and I've kept him in to give him some traction. He had a good preseason. He had a really good preseason, to be honest with you. And I pulled him out and put Matt Martin in because Matty, that's been his spot in that identity line for years. And Matty went in there and played with Casey and Clutter for 13, 14, 15 games, whatever it was, straight. And so Matty's had some issues with his summer injury, and it gets aggravated, and sometimes it affects him, sometimes it doesn't. And I wanted to get Ross in, and Matt Martin's been a good pro about it, because there's no one that cares more than Matt Martin, and I go to him for a lot of stuff in terms of how the room is, just like I do with like Anders Lee or Bailey or some of our captains. I mean, I trust Marty. Marty brings an element that is special to that group. So, he'll get back in here, but Ross has played very well, and Ross will probably continue to stay in as he plays well. And Ross may be in a situation where I do put the identity line back together, and Ross moves up in the lineup because he's done a real good job there.